Alright everybody, welcome back to the Leinam Dynasty. Let's get a quick recap in of where we're at so far. So, our character, Matt of Leinster, of the House Leinam, started out as a lowly chief here in Leinster County, and we managed to finally take two other counties. So we took this county and this county. Go back to the main screen here. Earldom of Ordom, Earldom of Ormond, Earldom of Ossory, and our home county, Leinster. And in that process, we also became the High Chief of Leinster, which encompasses our three counties. So we also have three heirs. We have our oldest, Andrew. We have our middle son, Stephen. And then we have our youngest son, Jesse, who is a bold grasper. We also have several daughters. Siobhan, who we married to the High Chief of Meath, who you can see is kind of taken over most of Northern Ireland. So he's a powerful chief. Right now he's our ally, so we want to keep him that way. Our next daughter, Cecilia, we married off to the prince over here of Gwynedd in Wales. So we have an alliance with him right now. So we are sitting all right as far as military strength goes. We also have our younger daughter, Philippa, and our newborn, Anna. So we have managed to make a few enemies as well. Let's go through our list here. This is the former chief of Ormond, and he was kind of our nemesis for a while. We also have the son of the Jarl who kidnapped our wife. So, Jarl Guthfrith, I don't know how you say that. We were in the middle of a war over here, and he came with his dirty Viking raiders and took our second wife prisoner. So Chiefess Arak took her prisoner and then released her and took her as his concubine. And that really set a chain of events in motion. We had to murder him for that to get our wife back. So his realm was over here. So we successfully murdered him, rescued our wife. She came back home. Unfortunately, she was pregnant with his child, Unnur. So Unnur is living in our court now. And then we have another daughter with her after she was rescued, Anna. We also have our primary spouse, Isabella, who really just disapproved of our polygamous marriage for like 40 years. We finally persuaded her it wasn't the worst thing in the world. And she is the mother of Siobhan, Cecilia, Andrew, and Jesse. Stephen, Philippa, and Stephen are the children of our wife and lover, Arak. Also her kid, Unnur, we don't care about, and then Anna. So we're doing all right now. We've got decent military strength. We are High Chief. So on our death, if we look at our succession laws, Andrew is going to inherit the High Chiefdom and our home county. Stephen is going to inherit Ossory, and Jesse is going to inherit Ormond. So it'll be interesting once Matt is passed from this mortal coil, how our three sons get along with each other and where things go from there. Let's also take a look at our dynasty real quick. So Matt is the founder of the Leinam dynasty, and you can see our 7 children here now. And I didn't even notice this, but Siobhan has a son already. So this is our first grandson. However you say that name. Glunlarn. Okay, great. Our dynasty is still obscure. We're very small. But we're going to see where things go. Also, just a couple other things. We have just about worked our way through the intrigue lifestyle. We're working our way down the torture tree. We're known as a competent schemer. And we're very stressed out here, so we're probably going to need to go on a hunt to relieve some stress. It's January of 891. So we've been, playing for 24 years. We started in January 867. So Matt's been a chief for 24 years, and he's achieved quite a lot. So let's go ahead and unpause it and see what we got going on here. All right, low county control and ossuary. We knew that. We have a few champions. Why don't we see if we can recruit Thomas to court? He's got good prowess. Although we're going to gain stress. So before we do anything, let's go on a hunt if we can. Yeah, relieve some stress. Oh, that is terrible timing. Alright, so everything kind of happened there all at once. Our good friend Lorcan died, who was our spy master. Died of his wounds, so he must have been wounded in battle. Died. We gained 40 stress from that because he was our friend, but we were also immediately going hunting. So it reduced our stress, so we're just below the limit now. That is unfortunate timing. We need a new spy master. Gosh, we have got to get our stress down. So if I recruit this guy to court, he's got great intrigue. He'd be an excellent spy master and a solid knight, but it's going to cause me 10 stress, and it's going to put me over the limit again. So let's go back to our hunt. The spear lies perfectly balanced in my hand as I judge the distance to the stag. My Chancellor Jacob is crouching next to me, hefting his own spear. I will bring it down. I gain 150 prestige. Strike true, Jacob. He'll gain 25 opinion of me. Or with my intrigue skill, if I step on a twig and cause it to startle, Jacob is sure to miss. So he would spend prestige, but gain opinion of me. I think he already likes me well enough anyway. I don't really care about that, so let's gain the prestige. I'm really hoping we get lucky and when this hunt ends, we lose some more stress. Probably not. The hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the plains behind as the servants prepare the stag and other game for the journey back. In spite of our difficulties along the way, the hunt went very well. We return home and reinvigorated. So we have got to find something else that can relieve stress. If I take a vow of poverty, will that do it? And just kill my income. Do we still not have a court physician? I think last time she was in jail. Oh, we got her out of jail. I don't think we could afford her last time, so let's see if we can appoint her. Yeah, we've got $10. Alright. She'll be our physician. Who do we have in jail? This is somebody from County Ormond. I don't recall who he was exactly. Let's see. We can get a weak hook on him. We could also torture him, but that's not going to relieve stress. So we're kind of stuck. I don't know if there's anything we can do to relieve that stress. Andrew comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Andrew is at an end. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Andrew the intricacies of diplomacy. All efforts have come to naught, however. Few at any court would be overly impressed by his grasp of etiquette, but at least he does know how to hold his own in polite company. So he's an adequate bargainer. And he is a content paragon. So he's okay. He's got a solid stewardship skill, though. And he is our heir. So we got to find a wife for him as soon as we can. All right. Let's see if we can find a spouse. Alright, let's pause the game real quick. We're getting a lot of pop-ups. So we've got a new lifestyle unlock. It's going to help our dread gain. Let's go ahead and unlock that. So one good thing is if we enter stress level 1, have a mental break basically, we do get these bonus stats here for our stress level, but I don't know if we really want to do that. Alright, let's find a spouse for Andrew. We're going to start by looking for inheritable traits, and Andrew doesn't have any himself, so let's see who we can find. Let's just look at adults. Sort by age, because he's 16. When we find somebody about his age. Alright, everybody with the better traits is much older. Like, we could marry this genius, Ambrosia. Which, finding a genius is really usually a good idea. Now, in this case, she's also a lunatic. So, probably not. And she's going to be really too old to have any kids, so none of these people are really jumping out at me. So, let's go to kids. Who's the oldest? So she's 11. We could become betrothed. Really, the rest of these people? Yeah, there's just nobody good. Alright, so let's switch it back to everyone. Let's just try adults again. See if we can find anybody here. Borngith. However you say that. We get a potential alliance there. Generva is somebody's bastard. Anybody with really good stats? Nobody's just really jumping out at me here, so let's just wait a little bit. Maybe somebody will come up and we'll find somebody soon. Alright, few champions. We might just have to do it here. I'm just going to do it and take the stress hit so we can get Thomas. Alright. So we've been overcome by stress. We've had a mental break. Sometimes I feel like the entire world rests upon my shoulders. My responsibilities as High Chieftain of Leinster are endless. I hardly have a moment for myself. So we can choose here how we're going to deal with stress. We can become reclusive. We can become a drunkard. Or we can just take it on, you know? We're going to gain 60 stress, which is terrible. But you can see that stat boost we got from that lifestyle perk. I think probably we'll just become a recluse. Gonna hurt diplomacy and stewardship, but we should be okay. Let's do it. Alright. So we are a recluse. We're back below level 1 stress, but we just did not lose a ton. Alright, Thomas is a member of our court. Let's go ahead and appoint him as our spy master since he's really the only choice. Far from home, a stranger is brought before me. She has been waiting outside the castle gates for a week, my liege, my guard informs me. The woman bows deeply. My name is Theory, your highness. I have traveled far and wide and seen many things, but I'm weary of the road. If you allow me to stay, I will happily share my knowledge of the world with you and be your loyal servant. What has she got going on here? Okay, she's Norse, she's intelligent, and a poet. Very nice. Yeah, she can join the court. We are going to have her convert. Because I don't like the Norse, so we can leave their religion behind. She is 41. Maybe new wife material. Also, I have been referring to this as my first wife, but technically Isabella is my second wife. Our first wife, Ethelhild, actually died in childbirth, I believe. So we've had a life marked by tragedy. Alright, let's take a look around here a bit at the people nearby. Getting stuck in. There was a commotion among the children today. Philippa was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Stephen intervened and did what he could to protect her. So, yeah, we're going to have Stephen. He's going to keep the trait brave. Yeah, there's no reason really for us to switch to these others. Brave is a good trait, and we're not going to gain any stress by that. Empty accusations. My spy master had the prior brought forth. Gosh, I keep forgetting prior is our bishop. My spy master had the prior brought forth for the revelation and judgment of a grand conspiracy. However, when the prior refused to confess, Thomas had absolutely no evidence or support for his accusations. So I can ask him to stop embarrassing me or find if he's guilty of something. We'll just take this small piety hit. That's fine. Okay, let's see what we've got going on. The Earl of Desmond is a vassal of the petty king of Cornwall. How strong is he? Only 856, and he's allied to that prince. His ally is decently strong, but I think with our ally's strength, we might be able to take him. So I'm thinking this might be what we do next, is try to take Desmond. We do have a dynasty legacy up here, so This is a set of benefits that's going to apply to everybody in our dynasty. So we can choose kind of which way we want to go. Warfare, law, guile, blood, erudition, glory, kin. Let's see. What would be the best for House Leinam? Do we want an ominous reputation? I'm kind of feeling law. I feel like Matt is nothing if not mostly fair. And I think this is going to give us some good administration tools. Let's do it. The Leinam family is known for their lawfulness. All right, so mostly fair at first. So we're going to get +5 to popular opinion. Hunt and feast costs are going to be cheaper. We'll spend some of our renown for that. All right, excellent. Let's take a look around. Who else? Yeah, he's got allies, more Vikings. Quite annoying. Let's see how everybody up here is doing. I feel like I am going to murder this kid at some point, but maybe we'll give him a fighting chance and wait till he's an adult. He's got a lot of his own problems going on right now. I think he's in 2 different wars. We're making some decent gold income. So 2 a month is not bad. And this is going to be better once we get some more control over Ormond. Let's take a look and see if we can find any lovers for Andrew yet. Faithful Swith would not be too bad. She does have a pressed claim on the Earldom of Berkshire, which is right there. She's chaste and shy, though. That's not a great combination for producing heirs. We've got Annika, who's just a handsome woman. Damn, Andrew, you can't find anybody. Aethelthryth Grey would be good, but she's quite a bit older. Actually, you know what? That's solid third life material for us. Sorry, Andy. Matt has preference. Let me sort by age again. We're probably just going to have to pick somebody because there's just not a lot of choices. We are going to avoid Morvana. She got a touch of the lover's pox. Watch out for that one. Vieira. Man, I'm very sorry, Andy. There's just not a lot of great choices. Let's sort by some other stuff here. Some of all skills. Let's take a look at Violante. She doesn't look too bad. Not too old. She is a brilliant strategist. That's awesome. Winter Soldier. She's got some solid stats, which are going to help support Andy's stats. She's lowborn, but I mean, it's just dogs out there. Not a lot of choice. Let's go for it. Alright, Violante, you're the one. So, Andy is going to take a little prestige hit. It's fine. We've got plenty of time to build that back up. Let's do it. My boy's getting married. To the thoughtful High Chieftain Maitiu, I accept your marriage proposal. Andrew will be married to Violante. May God grant them long life and many children. Amen and amen. Now I think it's time for Matt to take another lover. Let's see, Aethelfrith. So maybe see what she's up to. We'll propose ourselves for her. She looks kind of annoyed by it, but oh, she will not accept. What is her problem? Oh, her faith does not allow polygamy? Why? Interesting. Well, let's see if we might be able to change her mind. Let's see if we can seduce her. We've got a good shot at it. I'm sure our other wives will be totally fine with this. So Eric is currently our lover, but I don't know. I know you can only have one soulmate. You might be able to have more than one lover, though. I really don't remember. So let's get that scheme going. Yeah, kind of just sort of a catch-up and recap episode here. We kind of taking stock of what we've got. We got Andy married. We're just getting things under control after all the raids and craziness that we've had in the last couple episodes. But let's see how this seduction scheme goes. Now I'm really thinking we should have gone down the seducer path. Amorous understanding. In my pursuit of Aethelfrith's affection, it would be very helpful to know exactly what her tastes and preferences are. I'm sure I could convince her to tell me. We've got a terrible chance at that, and it's going to cause huge stress gain. Our spies can uncover it. 65% chance. Or we could just ask. But we do, because of our high intrigue, or the schemer trait, we've got success here, and we're going to get budding interest, which I got to look at here. So 15% success chance. Let's do it. Let that scheme progress. While we're waiting there, let's take a look at our army. We're still sitting at 6 of 7 champions, but the problem is if I invite somebody new, I'm gonna incur more stress, which sucks. We are, prestige-wise, we're kind of about at our max that we can support once we raise all our troops. We might see if we can go on some raids here. Alright, Jesse is getting a good education. Good job, Jesse. Who has got loot? None. I don't know why. I wish there was a way you could see who's got loot of it. A reading. The celebration has come to an end and the evening's entertainment seems to be over when Aethelfrith suggested a reading. The clerk soon arrives, wondering what the guests would like to hear, and I see my chance to impress her. Alright, now we gotta guess what she's into. Something pious, something entertaining, or something informative. So Look at our traits here. Cynical, ambitious, brave. Man, she's got a lot of good traits. Herbalist, wise woman, pretty, adequate bargainer, brave. I'm gonna say probably because she's got such high learning. Let's go for something informative. As the clerk reads for us, Aethelfirst seemed completely engrossed. She later approaches me. Good choice, Maitiu, she says, and puffs her chest. It was great, wasn't it? Smoldering chemistry. Oh, this thing's a lock. How do we get her to convert? This feels like an episode of Big Love. Let's see if we can raise our raiders here real quick. That'll quickly tell us. Everybody around here has been raided. You got some loot. We also don't have a lot of troops. There was a commotion among the children today. Philippa was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Stephen was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of God and chased away the other children. You will serve the divine well, child. Alright, so Stephen is compassionate, brave, and zealous. Very good. Let's go see if we can scare up some gold here. Insular exaltation. Bishop Flanchat has become a symbol of God's infinite forgiveness. Always ready to offer a helping hand and an open mind to the ones in need, Flanchat has been instrumental in keeping alive the insular precept that no one is ever truly innocent, and therefore no one can pass judgment on others aside from God. How commendable. The fervor increases. Let's see. Insular Christianity's still got a good hold. Alright, here we go. In any other court. You came all this way for me, my spring blossom? After searching the hallways of Aethelfirst's castle, clad in servant's garb to avoid notice, I find Aethelfirst in a secluded garden. She lights up as she sees me, and the sight of her lights me up in turn. The ratty shirt I had donned soon lies forgotten on the floor as we spend the whole night making sure my journey was worth the effort. Oh my. For you, I would do this journey 100 times over. She becomes our lover. She gains 20 opinion of us. That ends our scheme. Or it just ends our scheme. Let's make her our lover. We did it, guys. We did it. Alright, I think that's a good spot to call it there. Meeting new lovers. Excellent.